Well, hello out there, all my DIY artsy crafty friends and family. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, I'm Dee, aka the Messy Perfectionist, and on this channel, I'm sharing my love and learning for all things artsy crafty related. I do believe that every person has some spark of creativity within them that they maybe have yet to explore, and it is my hope on this channel that through sharing my own experience or inexperience on my journey, that maybe there will be something to inspire you to continue or start on a whole new venture in the artsy crafty world, however that looks for you. So welcome to this little judgment-free creative safe space in my corner of the internet where we can share and maybe learn something fun together. In today's video, I am going to be sharing a bit of a more detailed visual on how I select my color palettes for my coloring pages, a lot of the time using the color catalogs from Sarah Renae Clark. And I will go ahead and share the link down below if you're unfamiliar with her catalogs. But if you don't have them, you can still sort of use the same method to gain inspiration in lots of ways. For your pages when you feel like you may want or need some direction on how to start, or maybe just want to use a more limited color selection. I find this really helpful for when I start my pages, and then I can just continue with that theme and tones, etc. And a lot of times I have specific colors that I'm feeling at that moment, and I love this catalog because you can search by color, you can search by mood, you can search by season. And so I wanted some of these vibrant colors to do this page in Hanna Karlzon's book Seasons. And if you're unfamiliar with that book and you'd like to see a full flip through, I do have one on my channel, and I will try to remember to throw a name card up above. So before you see the speed through color along of the Summer Nights bottle page, I wanted to leave on camera how I searched for and looked for the color palette that I kind of had in mind for this page. I wanted kind of aquas and maybe some teals and magentas. So I looked through a few different categories like flowers, because there's flowers on this page, and summer and spring. Found kind of the one that would be my main guideline, bookmarked it, and then found a few others that were in the similar family. I did use my Black Widow pencils to complete this piece, and if you notice there on the PDF, there are some notes underneath the color bar, and those are from her color catalog companions that she's also put out, where she's done all the work for you, kind of matching the pencil brands to the catalogs. So for ones that I use all the time, like my Prismacolor Premieres, I have that on the first line there, and I had got my Derwent Inktense pencils, so I added those, and I am in the process of starting to add my Black Widows. Although I noticed the Black Widow companion catalog does not have all of the editions. So if you don't have the color companions, the other thing that you can do, and I do this often because I'll feel like the ones she has selected maybe don't match the colors that I see on my screen, I'll just hold up my swatch cards for the pencils that I plan on using and hold that up to the screen and do a match that way, and that works quickly and just as efficiently. I love that you can have these color catalogs on your computer, but honestly, my iPad I feel like is my go-to. In iBooks, I set a category, and then I have all the iBook functions like putting the notes on and bookmarking, which you see me do here. So as I'm doing my searches, if there are ones that I like, I'll just bookmark them. And then when I feel like I've looked at several, go to my bookmarked pages and decide from there. And here's just an example of me actually adding in some notes, putting in the Black Widow colored pencil numbers on the line there since I'm working at that, and just wanted to show you guys how I do that as well. So I do hope that this rundown of using the color catalogs and their companions has been helpful so far in this video. Before I go ahead and show you how I have applied these color palettes that I have selected here in the page that I chose, my one request to you is that if you hear something you like in this video or feel inspired in some way, or would like to see more from me, please do consider subscribing to my channel, hitting the like button, the notification bell, share, commenting, all that good stuff, as it really does help a small channel grow. And I am so enjoying creating content for you guys and sharing this journey with you. So I just want to say thank you in advance for doing all of those things, and of course watching this video to the end. I hope that you did find something inspirational to start on your own creative ventures, whether that be adult coloring or something else. The other thing that I do that I have found extremely helpful when I'm planning a coloring page is, after selecting palettes, whether that is from the color catalogs or some other thing that has inspired me, I get all my colors together from the brand that I'm using and I swatch those out and write down the numbers of the pencils so that I have them all right in front of me. I find this much easier than leaving the pencils in their cases. Having them in front of me just helps me focus on what I'm doing and making my pages more cohesive as a beginner. And though I will share with you guys the completed page in its entirety, for the purposes of this video, I just did the color along piece of just the bottle, just to give you a further feel and fuller picture maybe of applying the color palettes all together on a page. So I felt like I was done at this point with the bottle and added the gel pen, but when I stood back, I really didn't like the way the gel pen looked, and I felt like my bottle looked a little dull. So I actually ended up scratching off a lot of that. That's the one great benefit to gel pen. It's pretty easy to scratch off your pencil if you need to afterward. At least this one is. And then I went in with a little bit more yellow and some more highlighting, and you'll see that here in this kind of mid-progression video that I have here, where I went in and touched up the bottle, and then also you guys can see the completed picture before I did the background. I really liked the way this came out to this point, using the pencils and blending them all out. I decided to do the background and kind of having the lightest part in the center and darkest on the outside. So I used my Black Widow pencils initially and then went back in with my pearlescent watercolor paint to finish off the background. And it's okay. It's not my favorite. I was experimenting and just wanted to see what I could do and how it would look, and if I was going to do it again, I probably would not have done this, but it's not bad and I like the page overall. But let me know what you guys think down below about this process and how the page came together. I thank you all again so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your day. Remember, until we speak again, to take some time for yourself. Remember to be kind to yourself and others. Bye.